Hey, what's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing my contest entry for GhettoGypsy's 200 subscribers contest, and my entry is basically going to be a review of the uh, the the short comic book art or arc on Son of M. This came out in 2006, and like right after M Day and all that, and it's basically Quicksilver's story. So this is what the cover of the first issue looks like. So that's Son of M right there. I thought this was really cool. I'm not a huge Quicksilver fan, nor am I a huge fan of the Scarlet Witch. But I mean, of course, like I think those characters are awesome as hell. But I'm not really like well read on those characters specifically. They're not my favorite of the Marvel characters, but very fucking cool characters nonetheless. And my knowledge of Quicksilver isn't really so hot. Basically, what I know from Quicksilver is, the general history of Quicksilver and everything that most people know about him being with the Brotherhood and everything, and kind of his general story of like struggling to kind of live up to his dad's name and whatnot, and then him kind of having this good evil struggle, which is pretty cool, and I really like how the Wolverine and the X-Men that cartoon, how it depicts him. You know what I'm talking about, Fernando. But so I really like how they portray the character there. But how I really felt like how I got to understand Quicksilver was from this Son of M series. And basically what happens is, so there's no more mutants, right? Or there's just the 198 left. And this guy is fucking beaten down and broken to shit. He feels like complete shit, and he's lost everything. Here's some of the other covers right there. And basically, what he does is he wants his powers back. He feels like a piece of shit because he doesn't have his powers back. Okay, so and I like how some of the other Marvel characters are in there. It starts off with Spidey, and Spidey's in there and stuff, and Spidey is pissed off at him and everything. But so he tries to kill himself. Spider-Man kind of saves him a little bit, but Crystal shows up. His wife Crystal shows up and takes him back home. And while he's there, one of the Inhumans, Vidimus, I think is his name, basically explains to him like what the Terrigen Mists are, and that he can get his powers back from that. So it's the Sacred Mist. Quicksilver goes in there. He steals the crystals, and when he does that, basically what the Terrigen Mists do is that they give you your powers back, but they're enhanced so high to the point that it actually has a negative effect on the mutant. So he can move so fast that he goes forward in time. So he can travel in time. That's basically what it is. Now I thought it was pretty cool. I like this. I like the arc altogether, but my friend Ari read it and he didn't really dig it. But so I don't know how highly I could recommend it, but the trade is available out there. So I think it's a good read. If you want to learn more about Quicksilver, I think this is definitely the way to go. Son of M. Um, so yeah, there's some really cool stuff happens. He has his daughter Luna, and basically Quicksilver gets his powers back, and he kidnaps his daughter, but he talks his daughter into it really because she's only like 6 years old, and he tells her how Earth is such a wonderful place and everything. So he takes her to Earth, and basically his intentions are good. He steals the crystals, right? The Terrigen crystals or whatever, and puts them in this like oxygen looking tank, and they look like junkies sucking up that shit. So he goes to Genosha, and he and the shit, what are they called again? Callisto and the rest of the not the Warlocks. I forgot the name of that group. Callisto's group. It just slipped my mind right now. Fuck. But yeah, and so he gives it to them, and they all take it, and shit falls apart, and then Magneto's still living there on Genosha and everything. So Magneto steps in and realizes what's happened and whatnot. And Callisto's all fucked up and shit. Like when she feels rain, it's actually stabbing. She can feel her nails. Her senses are way too heightened and stuff. And it's cool because like she's fallen right here. I like this little scene where Magneto's holding her. I like the cover art, and I like the inside art a lot too. I just think I think it's pretty cool looking art, and they make Crystal look really pretty too. I really like how they drew Crystal. I'm trying to find a good shot of Crystal in here, but I prepped this little scene right here. Okay, I can't find one, but it's cool how Quicksilver, Magneto finds Callisto all fucked up, and Quicksilver tries to come in and help, and then Magneto just backhands Quicksilver right there. He's like, fuck. And then Quicksilver fights back, and he finally has the power to kick his dad's ass, so it's like he can make multiples of himself by traveling back and forth through time and stuff, and whoops the shit out of Magneto. So I thought that was really cool. And then the U.S. government gets involved or whatever and wants to take the crystals back, and all the Inhumans show up, and Black Bolt's right there, and they refuse to give back the crystals, so, they tell Black Bolt, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? And you know how Black Bolt's power is, it's just little tiny word right there. It says war, and fucking blammo! I think that was hella sick. I don't know. I just thought that was really, really dope. So, yeah, there's a lot of really cool art in here. I think this is a really good read, and it really, Quicksilver's really desperate to help things, and it's, I like this cover too. But yeah, so Quicksilver's really desperate to help, and in doing it, he's just hurting more. So it's just really, he's like this, this prince who wants to be as powerful as his father and as helpful as he sees his father and whatnot, but he just fails completely. So I thought it was a really good, summarization of the character, and it just, I don't know. It just shows how fucked up Quicksilver is. He kidnaps his own daughter. He has his daughter, sucking down that shit all the time and everything. And yeah, so I don't think I'm really missing anything. It's cool to see how the Inhumans, make their decisions, together. I'm not well read on the Inhumans myself, so it's like I think this is a good introduction to somebody who wants to learn more about Quicksilver and the Inhumans, because, shit happens after this, but I never followed up on reading it. So, this came out in 2006, and yeah, that's basically my contest entry right there. Who I think should play Quicksilver in a movie, I think Anderson Cooper from CNN would be a perfect Quicksilver, okay? I know it's kind of whack, he'll never do it, but somebody that looked like Anderson Cooper, I think Anderson Cooper from, Anderson 360 on CNN would be badass. But, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Pick it up if you guys get a chance, alright? I'll see you guys later. And then the next few videos I'm going to be doing are the Marvel Legends review requests that I had. I have a bunch of requests, and I haven't really been keeping up with them, so I'm going to do a bunch of those next. Probably 2 or 3 within the week. Alright, you guys, I'll see you later. Peace.